welcome back to Let's Play Saga Red Dead. We play Red Dead Redemption 2. So I had a little bit of connectivity issues in this. I am playing on Stadia on my phone, and for whatever reason it was just having trouble staying connected. I did not lose any footage. I was able to play all the way through, but you will see a thing pop up every now and again that says you may be disconnected. So it was a little bit annoying, but we'll figure out what the problem was and get it fixed by next time. So we're gonna walk in here and talk to this man, and here in a little bit I'll tell you a cowboy story.
We're okay. We have a few cans of food and a rabbit. For what, 10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy.
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr. Pearson.
We were stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't able to get supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. If needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Enough of this. We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
Wait a second. Hold on. Here. You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Assorted, salted offal. Starving will be preferable.
Come on, let's go.
You can't go hunting. Look at your hand.
I can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along. Here, you take this. I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine. Come on, this way.
How are you holding up, Charles?
I'm okay, apart from this hand. Stupid mistake.
Still bad?
It'll be fine in a day or two. I just can't pull a bow right now.
I sure hope I can. Never really got the hang of it.
You'll be fine.
So, you reckon we're gonna find something to kill that ain't no Driscoll?
There's meat up here for sure. Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about. Now the weather's eased off a bit, they'll be needing to feed. We'll head up this way, find some higher ground.
Whew. Been a wild few days, all right. That ride north from Blackwater, getting stuck in the storm, bringing John back in.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that, just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me a bit, but it sure weren't good.
There's some patches of grass here. This is good. Come on, let's try this way. Keep your eyes peeled for movement. The wind's died down too.
That's good.
No wind at all is bad, but if it's too strong, they won't move. Now shh. Stay quiet. Hey, stop here a second. I see something.
Oh, watch it.
There's deer been here. Recently.
How can you tell?
How can you not? Let's walk it from here. You're gonna need the bow. Don't leave it on your horse. A gun will scare everything around. Keep down. Move quietly and slowly.
And now that we're through most of the talking, maybe we can tell a little cowboy story.
You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus.
This show deals with gunslingers and whatnot, and I thought it'd be fun to tell gunslinger stories. And in this regard, I'd like to tell the origins of Wild Bill Hickok, or more directly, his first gunfight, and how he gained the reputation that he did. So, 1861. James Butler Hickok, 18-year-old, working at a station depot called Rock Creek Depot in Nebraska. There was a man across the street named McConnell, and he hated the young man for whatever reason, nobody really knows, but he antagonized the man constantly, called him hermaphrodite, nicknamed him Duck Bill. Bothered him a lot. Wild Bill, being the debonair young man that he was, decided that the best way to get back at Mr. McConnell was to romance his mistress, a woman named Sarah Skull. Now, this went on for a little while, and at one point, McConnell came over to the depot with means to teach Duck Bill a lesson. Now, I'm not sure if he found out about the romance between Bill and Sarah or not. Nobody really knows exactly what happened, but he did show up in 1861
There they are.
at Rock Station Depot with two
Are you
men
ready
and
with
his
that bow?
12-year-old son.
Aim for their head.
And
or
he
neck.
found
We want a good
Bill
clean kill.
behind a curtained partition, told him that he would drag him out of there and
Just
beat him
Don't
senseless.
overdo it.
And Bill Hickok told him, if you try, there'll be
Take
one
the
of
shot.
us walking out of here. He didn't take the threat kindly, and he stepped in, and Bill Hickok shot him in the chest. As he staggered back and fell to the ground, he died in the arms of his 12-year-old boy. And the other two men, they rushed in quickly to try to take care of Bill. And Bill shot one of them twice, and he winged the other one. And the station depot people took care of him after that. Now, the reputation from this gunfight spread very, very quickly. That story spread really fast, and gunfights usually did back in the day. But in 1967, New Harper's Monthly Magazine, or Harper's New Monthly Magazine, I'll rephrase that, published the story of Rock Creek Depot shootout, and it's exaggerated it severely. This was one of the penny magazines, you could get it, and in the story it said that James Butler Hickok killed 9 men single-handedly, and I from that, it also listed a quote from James Butler Hickok. It was not an actual quote, mind you. It said that I was wild and I struck savage blows. And the name Wild Bill was born. And that name followed him for the rest of his career, with many other exaggerated stories and many non-exaggerated stories. Wild Bill Hickok was one of the best gunslingers in the West, only being taken down by being shot in the back of the head by a man who was a coward but wanted to build a reputation for himself. But we'll tell that story another time. But that is the story of Wild Bill Hickok, and Wild Bill Hickok happens to be my favorite gunslinger. So I hope y'all enjoyed the story. I'll definitely be telling more cowboy stories. I love gunslingers. I grew up on Old West stories and Western movies and Louis L'Amour books and all of that. But the Old West is probably one of my favorite times in history. If I had option or choice to live in another time, most people who know me would know that I would choose the Old West, but a lot of people would think it'd be the medieval era or the Viking Age. But honestly, it'd for sure be the Old West.
That's okay. Try again.
Done.
Okay, that'll do it. I think that's all we can carry. Okay, you pick up one, I'll get the other.
You sure your hand's okay?
It'll be fine once I get it on my shoulder. Okay, I'll go grab the other one.
Pretty good. Okay, boy. Yeah. Ready to head back when you are.
Come on then, let's head back.
Yeah. Whoa!
Nice work, Arthur.
Hey there!
Careful. Should be enough meat here to keep us all fed for a few days.
You found him.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
It's easier when they ain't shooting back.
We've seen enough of that.
Considering how things were looking a couple of days back, well, maybe our luck's finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
Soon. People are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? Still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Hosea will have a plan. You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Good that we caught more than one. A lot of mouths to feed.
And that girl from the ranch now, too, but not sure she'll be eating much.
She has a wild look in her eye.
You would, too. She lost her husband, her home, everything she had.
So what do we do with her?
Once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
So it was O'Driscoll's you ran into there?
Yeah. Last thing we was expecting.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Combe, and Dutch go way back. And not in a good way. A proper blood feud.
So I heard. Watch out! Bear up ahead. Let's see if we can find another way around. You must be real hungry. Stay well back. Spring storms like this are the worst for animals that sleep all winter. Here! Cut up here, off the trail.
Whoa, boy, easy. We ain't never talked that much, you and me. How long you been with us now? 5, 6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater mess. Being up here?
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No. No, not at all. I know you could run it alone, no problem.
I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep.
I still wonder that most nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch... You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? Oh, 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah. He taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
Huh. I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this. He always sees us right.
How's that new horse?
He's all right. He'll do for now. I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's a strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
Huh. I hope they all make it.
I tried to ride the Count once. Bucked me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him.
I'm gonna hitch Taima over here.
Brought some food back, boys!
Now for this next section, for any of y'all who are squeamish and animal lovers, I would suggest maybe skipping over a little bit. He does skin a deer here in just a minute, and they did, I mean, aside from the fact that it is not anywhere near this quick, they did a pretty good job with the anatomy of the deer. So if you don't want to see that, here in just a minute, you may want to skip over a bit.
Just drop it down in here.
What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
I do my utmost to avoid.
He loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot, get lost.
Well, see you gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Charles is a wonder.
Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
Jesus, what is that?
Navy rum, sir. It's the only thing. The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yes, seems to have done a treat on you. You go rest that hand, Charles.
I'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skinned that one that you dumped on the floor there. Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town, if you're looking to make a legitimate bit of money, of course.
Right now, I'm just looking to get off this mountain alive.
Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years.
Yeah. Well, we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Just make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days.
Up with you boys because I thought you liked action. Couple of days on the lam, and you lot have all turned yellow. Apart from you, of course.
Shut up, Micah.
I ain't never seen so many long faces. I guess folks miss them. That fell. But when I fall, I don't want no fuss.
When you fall, there'll be a party.
Party. Probably. That funny, huh? Sure. I don't feel like being laughed at by the likes of you two.
Stop it! Now! You fools punching each other when Colm O'Driscoll's needing punching. Hard! You want to sit around waiting for him to come find us? All of you, we got work to do. Come on.
You sure about this, Dutch?
Yes.
Folks been through a lot recently. We hardly back on our feet yet.
And the last thing we need is to get bushwhacked by Colm O'Driscoll. Let's go.
I know you hate him, Dutch.
He's here for us.
I doubt that.
No, you're just doubting me.
I would never doubt you, Dutch. You always said revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
This is the right call, Arthur. Take this. And this is about more than revenge for business long ago. They were talking about trains and detonators here. Colm always had good information. Come on.
And you think now is the right time to hit a train?
Now you might fancy living on deer piss and rabbit shit. I'm getting too old for that life. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Smith, Mr. Pearson, would you please look after the place? There are O'Driscolls about. Yeah!
Thank y'all for watching. We'll be back next Saturday with a whole new episode of Let's Play
Southwest,
Saga
right,
Red Dead.
Arthur?